Super. There ain't nobody here, or I'd apologize for having you miss Black Eye TV's live that's up right now, which I can't wait to get back to personally. It's Cali QVC tonight. Um, but uh, I noticed I have 6 subscribers. Look, moving on up in the world, but I'm still getting better. Uh, I have more doctor's appointments tomorrow. They have me on like prednisone, which I hope is why like my legs are swollen, and it's like they're really bad. It's really like heavy. Um, but everybody says that it's probably just the prednisone, but we'll see. I have doctors with the pulmonary doctor tomorrow. Um, hoping that my sound is better than prior. I don't have any like background noise going on. Trying. I mean, my mic is straight. One of the last lives I did, one of the first things that I said was that I wasn't going to be touching on the Ryan Upchurch saga, and that's really not changed. Um, I spent over a year burying myself in summer wells. Um, I literally am like a walking encyclopedia. So, like, I couldn't even attempt to, like, open myself to another case like that at the moment, especially while I was ill. But, like, what I noticed, because I ran into it last night, because I had to watch Burnt Toast. That's, of course. So she had some clips of Ryan, like, kind of like Punk and Molly or whatever, right? And I heard, everybody was so, in awe, and I can't believe this, and da da da. Well, that's you new people. If you've been a Ryan Upchurch fan or supporter, um, like myself, for all of these years and watched him grow, know, you know, mutual people had the same events in life, have the same belief system, and was raised the same way, like maybe you'd understand a little bit more. Um, to understand that that person that was on that video talking to Molly and Justin, sounding like a robot, was not was fake, you know. And I don't support clickbait or any of that. I'm not immersing myself in the story, so I'm not gonna get real deep about it. It's just that, I mean, my ex-boyfriend used to make fun of me, like, I'm gonna take away your Ryan Upchurch, memorabilia if you don't stop it. Um, so, like, I'm totally in love with Robert Gearder, just his best friend. Um, always have been. Like the perfect man. But anyways, um, you know, to know his mama's story and his story, and he's the age of my cousins that I've basically been their mama. Um, I'm not saying it's an excuse or whatever, but like today when I was having a conversation with somebody about just this, like I said, earlier on in the Summer Wells case, people were starting drama with Ryan Upchurch in regards to him jumping on the Summer Wells case as if he was a cop. You know, he was berated. And if you don't know by now, Ryan has been in and out of court, um, and in and out of relationships, and betrayed, and made to be like a mockery made of him for a good steady 2 years, and that's not including the um, the stalkers or the people just appearing on his doorstep. Like, how would you feel? I know a lot of you YouTubers that are serious about that doxing stuff. Okay, you don't want nobody on you, invading your privacy like that. So why is that okay? Everybody has stressors, everybody has issues, and that man has probably hit the mother load in this year. Um, he's still a human, you know, and he's also a cunning individual. Like, hey, people attacked him, so hey, if he wants that, whatever, that's not my business. But all I'm just saying is that you might want to look into more of who you're dealing with if you don't already know. I know that my fans, fellow fans of him and supporters and all of us that go way back already know that, you know? And yeah, we're kind of like, hey, Ryan, like, you know, this is stupid. You're playing Little League here. So, but that's all I really wanted to say, like, about it. Um, oh, I meant to cam. My bad. Please don't mind my hair. Okay, like we're lifting it. Whatever, you know. I'm known for my hair, so my hair will be done. Don't worry. This curly shit is just tapered down right now. So look at this bruise. This is ridiculous. Yeah, that's when the lady was trying to get blood and was fishing around in my arm instead. And this was my IV. It's a hole because they missed apparently, but continued to let it happen. And then wrists. Um, and we're not gonna look at my legs. Plus, I fell today. They're heavy. Like, I look like my sister because my sister has parvo and she swells at a certain time of the year, and I've never. I'm dainty. I'm looking like her. It's too funny. So I almost forgot about something that I wanted to make sure I documented, and I forgot about it until I was sitting. I watched what was it called? The Ultimate Distraction by Tiffany Marie. All of it, the whole 8 hours. And at some point, I heard the Fawn screen name that I know so well of Angel Talks Too Fast. Um, if you ask me, Angel just talks too much, ever. And it's a story that I haven't really gone over, most certainly haven't recorded. And maybe people will understand why. It's been really hard for me to deal with them since they blindly created relations with them. I have been a member of Voices Behind the Wall, and a huge supporter of the share since the absolute beginning. And when Cher tells you, like, hey, if I have an enemy and I see you over in their chat just super supporting them, that's going to affect me. I understand what she means. I do. So I've always had her back. I know it's different, her being the creator and me being the supporter. But when I say this hurt my feelings, and it still does, because what was good for the goose wasn't good for the gander. And granted, like during the time that it took place, like I mean, I was so stressed out about it. I talked to my mom about it. You know, I was like, maybe I should email her and just let her know the whole backstory, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, Cher was trying to like go through like a renewal, like where she just wanted to be positive and bring the community together. So I don't want to rain on her parade, but it's my time now, and it's a vital story to tell if you're gonna tell my story. So that's how it starts. Um, if you remember earlier in the year, um, I'm just going off brain power. I'm not like researching right here, but there was a little girl that went missing with her father, and her last name or something, Sweetly, something like that. I should have that ready for you. I know. Um, they found her father in his truck in like a lake that wasn't very deep, right? And the baby was MIA. Of course, they ended up finding her on like the banks, passed away, drowned. Her father was a meth addict and apparently just was methed out of his mind with her, had her with him, and the poor baby, you know. Well, basic. I mean, it's just a, you know, I'm, I was intrigued by the case, so I was researching the case, and I came across Angel, and she had a video up about it. And because I was intrigued about it, of course, obviously, I go to watch the video. And her voice did rattle something inside of me. Reminds me of when Chasing Truth first heard Jody Sue. It wasn't even something that she didn't like or could like place. It just drove her crazy. Like she just couldn't deal. And that was me and Angel's voice. But hey, it's a voice. She could still be an amazing creator, right? So let's watch the video, right? And I continue. And the father had a black pickup truck. And like they took pictures of it submerged, they took pictures of taking it out, and they took pictures of it on the banks of the river, okay? While it still had water on it, like in the wheel well, which is hard to tell in a black truck with the sun beating on it, different dimensions. You can't really tell the different dimensions. But I mean, I could. It was a wheel well and it had like some water on it. Well, Angel made this whole thing, like circled it. What is this? And this is so mysterious. And I was like, oh, it's water. I'm like, okay, all right. So I started paying more attention to Angel's videos, and I would leave her comments. not like crude comments, to the point comments. You know what I mean? And if you do decide to get rude with me, I'm going to handle that in a certain manner. I'm not going to be like, oh, thanks. Um, so, yeah, I smoke. Get used to it. Um, That's about all I do. Don't drink, don't do drugs. So, I don't even have relations. um, Anyways, so between this irking voice, this seemingly like not on par with the rest of the creators that I knew, she wasn't gonna be where I went to get a resource from. Sorry, and because it was over and over again. But also, her videos at the time were a mashup of shares, Chris McDonough, um, and a few others. Last. And then you add her like paint skills. Like, that was it. Okay? Now, first of all, like I said, wasn't going to bother share. But I was going to say something. You know what I mean? Besides my little comments. Once I realized, like, wait, that's shares. That's Chris's. And I would copyright her every day, every day, every day. The petty ones, not even like a strike. Right? Just be annoying. But I own that shit. So here's where it gets really weird. Okay. And like parts of this I can only assume because it didn't make any sense. But all of a sudden, she started doing these things with like comment reviews. Well, basically, I gave her that content. You know what I mean? Nobody else was writing copious paragraphs in the comment section. No. So I did. I also started noticing, like every day at the end of a video or whatever, she would put a Mac Lethal lyric. Now, if you don't know who Mac Lethal is, I'm sorry, but he's a rapper with psychopathic, and my favorite rapper is just psychopathic. But that's Ouija, okay, and that's talent. Not a Mac Lethal fan, obviously. So I was like, oh God, this girl likes Mac Lethal, and she closes her day every day with a Mac Lethal lyric. Okay, great. And I think like I wrote a couple like Ouija lyrics back and forth of her Mac Lethal, whatever. And like I said, next thing you know, I was being featured on like the comments and talked about like I don't know what's wrong with her. Well, and I don't know who many of these people are. Like I don't know who share it. Okay, well you sure found your way right to it, didn't you? You sure found a way to her content. You sure found a way to delete it. You sure found a way to disappear. You sure found a way to come back. Because mind you, that wasn't her name. It wasn't Angel Talks Too Fast. Whether everyone knows that or not, I mean, it's not. I don't think it's a big secret. It was Angel some shit, but it wasn't Angel Talks Too Fast. Not yet. Um, so I don't know. I really don't know. So I didn't pay attention to what lyric, you know what I mean, or what he was getting at. Because I just really recoil when it comes to Mac Lethal. Um, like she could have had anybody, Mac Lethal. So I was like, great. We have, my favorite artist, her favorite the artist seemingly, or at least high up there on the list if you close your day with them on your YouTube channel. So, like, I mean, I just made a remark. It wasn't, never attacked the girl. I just wrote the truth, which also enabled her to have content to do those videos about comments. And as bad as I wanted to tell the people whose videos she was copying, it was just like, well, I'll handle it myself because, you know, they didn't need it. And she was very, like, small. So I didn't think much of it. And then I got up one day and there was a video about me. I think I'm probably like one of the only people in the summer rules community or any community that has had a video made about them and they've never even gone on a live. They've never done really anything. And not only that, but it was titled with my picture, the most vile thing on YouTube. Me. She ain't seen nothing yet. But, okay, sure. And of course, it's a collection of all she could collect. My comments and my face. Then I had edited my thing one day, my About Me, and put my email up. I didn't, wasn't a mistake. I wasn't doxing myself. It's email. It's very easy to get my email. So, you know. And then she makes a thing where it's like, ha ha ha, Miss Thing doxed herself. What? No, it didn't. I on purpose put my email address in there for business inquiries because I have one and it's not OnlyFans. No offense to anyone that has OnlyFans. Um, and then I get a message. That says like Michigan is nice, or I heard Michigan is nice this time of year. And like I said, okay, look here, I get the whole anonymity thing, but you don't faze me, okay? And you knowing my state doesn't faze me, but it's not Michigan. It's not. Okay? I was born in Maryland. I reside in motherfucking Maryland. Lived all over. But I live right outside West Virginia in Maryland. That is not a secret. It's about as much secret as it is Andrew Hiltz living in New York. Speaking of which, hey boo! It's not that bad of a story, right? That's not that bad. Like I told her after the video was made, I'm really flattered. I thanked her for that. I was like, that's awesome, man. And I would feel the same if anyone did it. Okay? Good press, bad press, whatever it is, put my name in your mouth. Good. You know? Or whatever reference or whatever. Like, if somebody's not talking about you, then what is, you know? And I remember the first person I ever saw accept her and say that she was talented and all this stuff. When I bust my ass for these channels and you know go above and beyond the call of the the average mod, and you see somebody that steals work of people you care about, and you can't really say, you're in no position to say anything. You just got to take it. That's why I'm gone. You know, I'm still going to have roots in the Summer Wells community because I don't consider myself a part of the true crime community. Because true crime to me is Stephanie Harlow and Lamont at large. It is not. It's Gray Hughes. Okay, it's not. It's not. Most of it. That's karma. That's different to me. You know. Sometimes they do more true crime than the karma. Um, but for the most part, my niche is Summer Wells. I can almost tell you or answer any question that you have. Like, I remember even just like stupid, minute things. Um, like, for instance, and I'm not trying to help anybody or anything like that, but for instance, Molly Golightly, how she said she sent Tiffany, this money and that money, and then one night at the grocery store, she sent her like $20, and Tiffany's last story, she had changed it and said that she had bought like a box for the Navy that was like $20 or something. But really, the original story is that there were these cookies that she loved, and Molly sent her $20 to get several boxes of those cookies. I'm not saying anybody is like being deceitful. I'm just saying I remember things like that, and I have a photographic memory. So certain things come in handy like that. Um, but I never felt at home. Didn't know I was supposed to. Didn't know I could. Um, so I know I sure felt like shit. I didn't feel appreciated. I didn't feel nothing. I just felt bad all the time when I would sign on here and try and take part in this community. Um, and I even I faithfully watch it. I faithfully watch, like, especially my channels over and over again so that I, you know everything I can know and recall everything I can recall. And that even got to be too much. Um, it's just upsetting all the time. All the time, you know. Um, and I'm done talking about it. That's why I'm putting all this random shit And whatever comes out of my mouth is coming out in this, and then it's done. But I don't know if I finished what I was saying, but it was Lip Lock No More. She was the first person to, and I thought the world of Lip Lock No More. Like, there was something about this lady that I just admired. She was like true grit woman. Hear me roar, you know. So, like, I loved her. Like, I was like, man, I wish she was my grandma. I mean, for real. And to see her be like, Angel is so intelligent. I was just like, oh man, shit. Okay. So, and then next thing you know, she was in shares, and that was just a bridge too far. I'm sorry. Like, everybody has things, the way they do them, and who they're tight with. And for me, like, Cher was like the number one person creator. I loved her content, loved what she stood for, and wanted to help and aid her in any way I possibly could. If it was the Amazon gift, if it was money, if it was membership, whatever. Just like, that was my number one. And I actually moderated Mr. and Mrs. Share, not voices. And I was very proud of that. Very proud of that. You know, that's amazing couple, amazing love story, and I got to be a moderator and watch over that love. And to me, that was a special calling, and that was taken from me for no reason. Here is the newly washed whiteboard because, as you can see, I had one, and it had all my information for the channel I'm on it. Not to mention these folders down here where I have all these different notes and whatnot, saying, first time this is entered into the storyline, blah blah blah. I tried. You can't force feed yourself to somebody. You know what I mean? They don't like you. They don't like you. I tried. I desperately tried. And now I know that it's everybody's loss. So then Cher got tight with her, whatever, cool. She literally, I got my wrench taken away, and Angel got one. The same person I watched steal her work. I remember sitting at this fucking laptop, like what? Like, I totally understand your right to mod who and what and what. I don't want to be one of them whiny bitches. But there is something to be said when something is taken from you and given to someone less deserving. Or someone who you know for a fact is not for that person, who is in other chat rooms talking cash shit. Like, everybody that talks about Andrew, like, you don't understand how I am when it comes to Andrew. I will copy and have freaking files for him of everybody running their mouth about him constantly, and he doesn't ask me to do it. Never has. I just do it because that's loyalty, and I am loyal to him because he has been loyal to me. That's it. So you don't want him to get information back to him, or you don't then don't talk about him in front of me because you can bet the shit's gonna get screenshot and sent right to him unless I know he is going through something and that's the last thing that he needs. Then I'll probably just tell Evan while you guys play guessing games on who so and so is and whatever. Bottom line is, it doesn't have to do with Summer Wells missing, okay? Whatever cockamamie story of moving back and forth and all that retarded shit, it still doesn't lead to Summer. So let's see. We have covered Angel. We've covered the brief Upchurch little segment. Um, got the cutest new Juicy Couture slippers. I swear to you, I'm so in love. And see, my whole bed set is Juicy Couture, so it's just so cute. Don't mind my gutter water. I should probably take it down or get them framed or something. Um, Need to rearrange my whole entire room. It looks like a receptionary office right now. So let's see. Mm, I can't wait to get back to Black Night TV. It's so funny. If you don't watch it, you have to go um, find Black Guy TV and especially Callie's QVC because that shit's hysterical. I need to start reviewing shit. I get so much stuff from my list though, even though I wasn't a creator, especially around Christmas time. I got a purse last week. This because they me. Because I have this one, which was made by Chapter 17, which is VG Max label. So, yeah, it hardly fits anything. Like, literally, I think my wallet is in there and my inhaler. Yep, I chain smoke. Well, I just chain smoke at like a certain time. Like, if I'm on the phone, I do. If I'm live, um, I do. But it's like I go all day too and don't smoke. I'm on oxygen. That sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? I'm not on oxygen. That sounded bad. I'm on oxygen as needed. That's how they got me home from the hospital. But it's just as needed for right now. Because they said just in case I my oxygen dropped, I wouldn't be able to get back to the hospital in time. So, yeah, that's what I did for 10 days. I cut, I mean, I know it's only YouTube, but yeah, I was in the hospital for almost 10 days. But it's okay because, like I said in one of my last lives, I got out of the hospital and, the whole crisis and all of that, it gave me the courage to approach someone I like think the world of. And especially on an artistry level and a talent level and somebody I really want to know and even possibly work with if ever so fortunate. And I was able to just boom, find him and contact him and just do it. And what happened? A positive conversation. The next morning, I literally woke up and I went in the living room and was talking to my aunt. And I was and I told her and my mom, I was like, I am just so happy right now. I was like, the person that I idolize and just think so much of I was able to contact, and he's willing to like work with me and even like draw my likeness. Like that is absolutely insane to me, and I'm so lucky. Like I'm so lucky. And honestly, I owe him even more than that. Granted, 6 subscribers or not, it's 3 more than I had, and I feel like I probably owe him that. So thank you, Monty. Monty. I'm gonna make some crawfish etouffee here coming up. Because I haven't had enough seafood this summer, and Daddy being gone, we doing our seafood gumbo. Mm, it's a shame. It's like a tradition that me and my dad had, and he's gone. So I don't like. He taught my niece the recipe and all the stuff, but I can't. Like the first year after his death, about 2 years ago, like Barbie, my niece, she made some and packaged it up for Christmas. And it's like, I mean, she does know the recipe, it tastes just like it. I couldn't, you know what I mean? It was weird, and you know, I mean, it was me and my dad's thing, and the first time we ever did it, it was together after I got off work one Christmas morning at 6 o'clock, Christmas Eve morning in West Virginia, because I managed Food Lion at the time, and we went and got all the ingredients, and I mean, if you know real gumbo and etouffee and things like that, they take time. They're processes. They're not something you just bloop, I'm gonna put all this shit in the pot and boom. It's like a love affair kind of thing you gotta do. Finesse it. So, but crawfish etouffee is mine by myself, and it's a tedious dish because of crawfish and their size. And I mean, like people that make boils are nothing because you don't have to peel them. You just suck the heads. But on the, I do the little tiny tails for my etouffee. It's a very rich dish, very rich. But every now and then it's good to, you know, probably like a little bit more wintry. My hair is driving me crazy. I can't. Oh, but that was random. So, mm, um, watch as soon as I wrap this one up, I'll think of something that I wanted to touch on. But for real, um, uh, so what is it? The 18th. Somebody's getting out of jail. That'll be interesting to see which way my life goes. I don't really expect much. I don't know. I've never been so complacent with things. Like, I loved who I was with, and I didn't want to be with anybody else. And even now, even through the bad, like, I'd rather just be alone than get hurt again and give. Because, I mean, what's worse is when you really, really give your absolute all. You give it all. You package it up. All your shit. Well, it reminds me of Monty. And just get it all together. And you give it away. And it's still not enough. I think I was never enough. I don't think I was ever enough. And I made him more than enough. You know, He was everything. Everything. What else can you say? He was everything. And he was also my best friend. And you know how hard it is, like, especially like during this hospitalization, to not be able to contact him and talk to him, or like when I was in the hospital, or have someone to tell about this stuff, because I immersed myself in him. So he was, everything. My father, my mother, my best friend, my man, my favorite rapper, my, you know, and everybody knows who he is. I mean, my nurses knew who he was. It's like, here's it this way, you know, all this, that's him. And now I can't even listen to my favorite music and shit. Although I've noticed I've gotten better. Usually I can't listen to Ouija, and I'm rocking the fuck out. I even did my gathering bid. I'm getting better. I feel like I'm closer to better than I have been. But I just don't have this huge will to go out on dates or talk to anybody. Now, like I said, my ex that just fought with the ex I'm talking about that gets out of jail, like he fought my ex all the time. And all I ever did was try to get the person I was with to understand, like, no, no. But Dalton, the one in jail, he just doesn't give up. So we'll see what happens. It's like he gives up once he's out, you know? That's why I wasn't leaving JR for nobody. But I, uh, I have a feeling that it's not gonna go. I'm not gonna go not hearing from them. And honestly, that needs to happen. It needs to happen. Because I got some choice words now that I found out about this baby and all this craziness. Which, you can see if you go to jail calls gone wrong in my videos section. Which is retarded, I'm telling you. Only me. Like, I still know who else does that happen to. But hey, I guess it's funny. It's content. There you go. Um, but it's working on an hour. I think that I've pretty much covered, you know. Um, I still try with, the creators I care about. I've still tried, but I tell you, it's like a knife in the gut. And it sucks because I really want to watch their content. There's some of these that I love and I adore, you know? And it's just, I have to like train myself now to not look forward to, you know, their lives and stuff, because it's really just going to bother me. I had to hear that wench's name again today when I was in Tiffany Marie's chat from 12 days ago. And Tiffany was singing her praises as well. And I was like, am I in an alternate universe? And it's like every so couple months, like her videos cycle to where like she gets rid of all of them and then doesn't have any, and she looks like a new creator and she's not. That's all. I'm done. I'm done talking about her. So that's the story on that. And that's where I like to let it lie. She can defend herself. She can say I'm lying. I don't care. You know, I don't care. I know what I saw. I know what happened. You know, what'd you do? Do you delete everything or do you private it? You know, and I'm sure you can click on our messages and it'll at least show where you thought you were cute and I lived in Michigan. I ain't never even been to Michigan. He's work. Like, come on. But I'm a Baltimore girl. Always have been. Not even DC. So, oops. Honey. These are my slippers. They're so cute. My sister got them. So, I hope y'all enjoy it. I know I don't do a whole bunch of screen sharing yet, but I'm just starting to get acclimated. And I still got to do my OBS, but my laptop is being retarded and not recognizing my OBS, so I might just run Streamlabs. I don't know. But I have paid Restream, so we're going to use that payment. And I am able to have like a team member or whatever, and usually I always add Andrew. Um, but hey, Andrew's got enough ducats to where he can finance it himself and doesn't want to be on my team. Then anybody else, if you need an account or something, holler at me. Because I have one, and I'll continue to keep it up if somebody really could use it. So just let me know. Um, because I'm gonna end up going to Streamlabs. I'm pretty certain. Like that's the layout I kind of want. I want to be able to code to a degree of my own stuff and design my own stuff. That's what I've always done. So I want to get back to it, but it was easier just to do like this little whatever, whatever in the meantime because I was getting to a point where if I didn't start talking about the things I've witnessed and the things I've gone through and the things that are on my mind, that I was just going to fucking explode. And then, like, I still didn't do it, and then I ended up in the hospital. So now I'm out, and it's like another chance at life. Like, I had a blood transfusion. That was the most painful thing I have ever felt in my life, and I gave birth to my son naturally with not even an ibuprofen. And I don't know if you've seen his head, but woo, child. I'll show you. I got a couple minutes. He's 12 now, but so don't mind that. He is 12 years old and taking Spanish. What is that? That big old head. And then what else we got here? We got all kinds of crazy stuff here. It's my baby girl, Delora Blue Nova. hmm She was a C-section, but he was just all natural. All natural. With some pain. I forgot to ask him if he joined chorus this year, but he's only been back not even a week. So, and I was in the hospital. I got to get Laura her latest inoculation so she can be in school. Um, so, anyways, Love you guys. Note to self, I gotta get my Daddy Family hoodie. I meant to buy it this paycheck and then I totally forgot. Now I'm like, ugh, I paid so many other bills. But I'll be up on it. Um, so it is what, Tuesday, 11/22. I got put out to 2 weeks again at my doctor's. Y'all might not know what that means for me, but I'm very excited. And proud. Definitely, definitely proud. And yeah, pretty much it. You got 55 minutes of me telling y'all about a bunch of shit y'all ain't know about. So, basically, a run of the mill type of life. There won't be too many run of the mills. So, have a lovely night. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for your time.